you some areas of reputation where to get some cigarettes, things like that, which contribute to your reputation for better weapons gear. So let's go ahead and check that out. So we're back here at the base. Looks like we got 13 days and 5 hours on the light part of the screen. And two things at this base when I log in. I'll have wolves. And let me get up on here. I'll have wolves that usually spawn over here. And then I have roe deer that spawn here, here, and there's two other over there. So there's plenty of roe deer. Then there's one over on that mountain range. So this is a good area. Like it's here at E10, right outside of Kamensk. Right here's a little lake. Let me zoom out. So yep, to get an idea where you're at. You got your two traders here. I'm gonna take care of the wolves real quick. Where you at? You're gonna pop up any moment. Oh. Alright, switch to our knife. We'll go ahead and skin him quick. Furs are worth at least, equip the knife first. Furs are, wolf furs are worth a value of $500 each. So, if you're in an area where wolves spawn, I would take advantage of skinning them and hunting them down for income. So, right here is the box of sellable items. Stuff I might want to keep or sell, like right here. You see this? I got 500 rounds of the 7.62, so that's for like 2,000. 500 rounds of the AKSU and the AKSM, that is worth 2,000 at the traders, and 100 rounds of the Mosin, that is worth what, 2,000? No, 3,000. 2,000, yeah. So I got 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Looks like 7,000 just in ammunition sitting there. So that'd be enough. 6,000 would be enough to buy 100 rounds of the 5.56. So I like to collect ammo and all these little doohickeys. Alright, let's put you in there. I don't need a torch right now. Torches are worth some good money also. Alright, it's enough of that. How's my health? Everything looks good. Let's see what we have. I forgot to put the wolf pelt in there. Actually, no. Yeah, I got 4 wolf pelts to make my bed. I just got to collect some burlap. That's the only other comfort I need to make in my, let me get a third person. In my little base here. There's another guy up there. Put that away. Let me switch back to my pistol so I don't forget. I like to carry my pistol and shoot annoying wolves with them. I don't like to use my rifle rounds. Yeah, but as you can see, I got this place pretty well decorated. You know, Kamensk has a lot of these little trinkets for if you go here in your menu, for your comfort level. My safety level is 15%, regeneration level is +6 per minute, healing effectiveness is +10, and regeneration, let me see, let me adjust this mic. Regeneration +12 per minute of water and food. So we are good. We don't need any tinctures. I think we're good with what we just have. Plenty of food, plenty of water. We have our sleeping bag made. We have 92 rags. Rags in PvP aren't that hard to come by. You just got to tear up some clothes, shoot some bandits, rip up all their clothes and your rags. I suggest always have a good rags, always have sleeping bags on you so you can always drop one. Bandages, that's up to you how many you want to carry. These do give you 28 health, ±2 bleeding. These only give you 9 health, ±1 bleeding. You can get alcohol and you can make them a little better. Let me see, this is 28. I think they're about 15 health. I'll have to double check. Anyway, but we're good there. You definitely want a lot of those rags. So we are, let's take a look at the map. What do we have going on? Oh, down in Kamensk. We got an easy mission, medium mission. We can go check those out. So we don't have a vehicle at the moment. I don't like to keep a vehicle too much at my fort. It takes up resources. Plus I'm so close to Kamensk, there's so much in there I can just grab one. So check toolbox. See, I'm pretty good on spark plugs and oil, and got mechanic tools if I need it cheap. Those you can get in bunkers if you have plenty of bunker keys. Got plenty of sticks and logs. We got 13 days on that. How many days? If I was servicing anything. But I got plenty to service it for a few days. So like I said, right here I am at this little campsite. And you want to pick a good point of interest, POI, that will loot, that you can loot from. See, we got fish and worms. We got pants we can cut up for rags. You have this formalin, which is good for making trophies, mounting your fish and your animal heads. Yes, the animal heads help for satiety. Then over here, once in a while, fuel and a box will drop. Once in a while, a fishing rod will drop here, and fish for food. And you could fish this. There are no ducks, unfortunately, here, but plenty of roe deer, so I'm not too worried. And then I got income of 2 wolves. So it alternates between, sometimes I'll have 2 days of wolves, other days I'll have 1 day of wolves and 1 day of roe deer. I'm not sure, that's at least the pattern I've noticed. Alright, so let's go into here. Alright, we're just gonna run. Get down to the railroad tracks. Yeah, while you're out, always be on the lookout. Tinctures are very, very important. I know during PvP they will be important, because if somebody has a green tincture, they're going to have plus 35 health. So I figure without the armor, the best thing I can do in PvP, man, I tell you what, in player versus player, multiplayer versus player, instead of saying PvE and PvP, player versus player mode in Deadside, tinctures were going to be, I think, going to be important. I'm messing around with them on the player versus environment mode in the AI, and on this server, I noticed that the tinctures, like I said, if you grab the mushrooms or the healing one, let me look real quick. Yellow tincture is active for 30 minutes for holding breath and minus 20 recoil. All right. But this is the one I'm talking about, the green tincture. Takes the mushrooms, so you want to grab the dried mushrooms. Usually in the woods or by the rocks near the edges of the woods. It's active for 30 minutes. You get a max health of 35. Healing effectiveness is plus 20%. So anytime you use one of your heals, it's going to be effective 20%. Regeneration plus 6 per minute. So yeah, so you get plus 35. So if you're running around, let's say you're with tier 1, tier 2 gear, and you got other guys that are like heavily equipped with, you know, tier 4 armor, which is like what, 70, and then you got 80 or 80 for tier 4 armor. If you have anybody running around with that, you're basically adding plus 35 health. It's not armor, but you can think of it that way. Plus, if you got at least tier 2 armor, the police vest and stuff like that, you're good. I think you'll be good. So I would recommend getting on tinctures as soon as possible if you're going to go out and do any PvP. So that's just my recommendation. So anyway, let's head into town. Let's start running. Anything on the map that I got to... Oh. I got the wrong weapon for the epic mission. Okay, so we are going to go down here. And I want to show you this reputation. It's right by the epic mission. So I'm going to have to think about it. How many people are online? Only 5. The 5 usual suspects typically through the week. So when you're coming into these woods, I would suggest now, during player versus environment, you have time to just browse around. But player versus player, depending on how hopping your server is, you might want to be moving all the time. And I'm just saying, if you come across them, do not ignore them. They make great tinctures for survivability. At least that's my opinion. Let's pull the menu up. I want to move these up to here. I don't want to eat them by mistake. We're going to put that there because we need a little speed. Alright, so over here, once in a while, this little outpost, this little roadblock outpost, you'll get ammo. This 308 if you're rocking the NK-14. That will spawn here, in this area. Hey, my dude. And that, usually a few other things, a shotgun and stuff. If there's a shotgun and stuff laying here, typically the ammo doesn't spawn. If there's only, you see ammo, that little highlight, and there's nothing else here, more than likely it's going to be a 308. At least that's the pattern that I've seen. And these vehicles once in a while will highlight. So we're just going to go down this neighborhood. There's a lot of bricks in here if you're into the cement thing and building a structure for cement. Not too much in that area. Just come down here in town. Check it out. There's no F, you can't F and use it. Just remember that. No F, you can't F and use it. At least that's on keyboard and mouse. F is the enter button or interact button on keyboard and mouse. That's probably the mission. Yeah. Let's tear that up. We're gonna grab this brick. We're gonna grab nails too. I don't need a shotgun. I think I was getting low on nails. Now we're getting awful close to that epic mission. Now, so we're gonna get down in the crouch position. Yeah, there's the epic mission. Straight across here, right there, right by the epic mission, over those walls. That's the police station. We're gonna go up those stairs. There's a stairwell over there on the other side of this building. We're gonna go over there. Alright, we're gonna move. We are gonna go over there and hunt for cigarettes. There's guys right down there. I don't want to engage right now. Duct tape is good for repairing boats. We're good on spark. We're good on everything here. I want to show you the cigarettes. I don't want to get engaged with those guys at the moment. We're just gonna let that patrol walk up. Okay. So I come back through this way. And every time I jump a wall, just when you jump a wall, make sure there's something on the other side to block the view when you jump. Polyurethane in here in this area too if you're looking for water. Typically there's fuel. Sometimes fuel spawns down in these little in this garage. That's where you would change the oil. There's oil pits or what do you would call them? Mechanics pits. I don't know. I'm just naming things what I think they should be called. Anyway, we're gonna come in here. And you typically can find. One time I found a bunker key in here. So just hit your tab button when you're close to something, if you don't see it. And the tab button will bring up anything in your proximity. I would say in reality, just think 5 meters in reality, the chance. Put that, or yeah, 5 meters. And I'm using European metrics. I meant like 5 yards. 5 American yards. And to me, there's cigarettes up here too. Did we just? No, it's water. I thought it was vodka. Then you want to come over here to this area where they sleep. There's always something there to tear up for rags. Once in a while, there's cigarettes there. And we have cigarettes here. So when we hit the tab button, there's only one pack. I did not mean to hit my trigger. Alright, we're good. Come up front here. Got a door open there, so be careful. And this desk, and this desk, and this locker. Check all 3. Pick those up. Hit the tab. You got scrap if you need it. Go to this desk. Hit tab. Still picking up the scrap. Can't open that up. Alright, let's go up here where there's a body. And in here is the armory. Sometimes you can find some good stuff. Don't forget to look in these crates. Open these vaults. Oh my gosh, we got a good find. We got our M99 ammo. which is expensive. So I'm glad I found some of that. I have about 50. This would be 56 rounds total for that. Not a big fan of it, of the M99. If it had a, it was like the SU-85 and had a 4-round magazine, I'd be okay with that. Oh, we got more cigarettes. Usually in a run here in this building, you can walk out with like anywhere from 5 to 10 packs of cigarettes. Did I check back here? Yeah. Was I upstairs yet? No. No, I was not. Your tab button. Like I said, come close to this. Hit your tab button. See it highlights here. That saves you time already. You want to get in that practice. Just doing this. And then if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, it's shift and your left trigger key. We'll move it fast instead of double clicking just to save time. Cool. Yeah, I hear the radio chatter. Let's go ahead and shut these. Ah, it's loud. Then under here, you have your computers. And once in a while, medicines will be down here. What's that book say? Active. Oh, it's in a foreign language. I don't understand. What's this? Is this supposed to be the whole map? And we're in a section, so here's some water. I'd like to know what part of this map we are. Are we here? No. Yeah, maybe. Wow. When did the world stop? The world stopped at, apparently this apocalypse happened at 10? At 10:12, I would say. You can say it stopped at 10:10. Well, at least that's when the batteries died on here. I mean, if there's an EMP, yeah, maybe that would, you could tell. So anyway, this is the gas. Oh, this is the gas station, and don't forget to check your windowsills. Oh, we got a little back. I don't need a backpack. But yeah, there's a bonus too, guys. Come in here, you get a backpack. Make sure to check here. Sometimes cigarettes will be there, and also spawn here. Where else do I remember them spawning? Over in this room also. See, wow, that picked up that backpack through that wall when I was right there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I would suggest hitting that tab just to check your area. Just to double check. See, we got gloves right there, which I do not need. So check your windowsills, your desk, your top of desk. Tell you, if I could get up on the roof of this police station. Or even out on that little... I thought I heard guys walking on my left. That's why I kind of paused here for a minute. Alright guys, so I just want to show you this police station. Let's go see what mission we're going to do next, and then we'll jump into that. Right outside of this police station, I shut the camera off for now. Don't need to see my face just for this little intake. For this little video. But outside the police station, check the trunks, because I just found an AUG. Pretty good weapon. I still prefer the AR-M4. I mean, this has a more of a distance. 10% bleeding. This is 5% bleeding, but 20% armor piercing. 25% armor piercing. It only has damage of 33. I don't know. 192 accuracy. 230. Yeah. So we are going to take the ammo. Unload that. We're going to take it to sell it. Definitely take the oil, fuel, and we're taking the axe and the shovel. I can always drop this. This is $1,000. This is nice. I think this is about, well, it's halfway, 71%. We might get a decent amount for that. So I just wanted to show you that. Don't forget to check these vehicles outside the police station. Alright, we are going to take advantage of this epic mission. So if you didn't know, all you have to do, that's just a body up there. It's not a guy. all you have to do is come up to this little tower here. Those guys are all down there. They won't see you. You got to be careful. And then my other recommendation is, let's get rid of this hammer. We're going to drop that. Put this here. And put your sleeping mat right there. Now you're good. So we have an epic... Oh, the epic mission's gone. Damn it. Well, that was a fail.